Mr. Eller, you as an experienced artist, and Mr. Neuendorf, you as an experienced gallery owner, are representing the primary market. Both of you are also representing an online network whose subject is transparency, as we have heard already. Can you explain to us what transparency means for both of you, and why does transparency help the galleries?
Well, transparency, first of all, is not the only goal we have. What we are striving for is efficiency of the market. That means not only price transparency, but also a market overview, which we are giving with the galleries network, and also a transaction platform, which makes it possible to sell artworks at short notice and at low commissions. This is something that we haven't achieved yet, and that's why we're introducing auctions on our own platform, online auctions for art. So in other words, that in efficiency of the market is a possibility for collectors and dealers and the auction houses to work more effectively together and to have a low transaction cost.
Yeah, one cannot really underscore one cannot really underscore the vision that you had when you first started Artnet, at a time when the technology wasn't even there to present all those things online, and the market was much smaller, and you know, in the beginning, I guess Artnet was facing a lot of resistance by the galleries also, and by the auction house, because they all thought if there's too much knowledge, then you know it's becoming problematic for them. The opposite is true. Now, you know, when we
it's true for every market in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, why should perfectly normal standard rules and usage of information in any market, be it real estate or be it the stock exchange or be it manufacturing, why should that not apply for the art market? Right.
Effectively, everybody found out that the market actually had grown, and there are a lot of people that attribute that to the advent of Artnet, that since we're providing this information, everybody had a better you know, basis for negotiations, meaning Artnet builds trust in a community where information was scarce. So the more people build this trust, the more people will also enter the market. So, and that's pretty much what we've seen in the last 10 years.
But wasn't it the saying in the art world that in muddy water you catch the biggest fish? Wasn't it like this? What about clear water?
Well, I don't know.
Some dealers still think that that's their business.
Yeah.
They have a buy for too little money from a little old lady and sell it for too much to a stockbroker. I don't think that's a business. I think that's luck. Occasionally it happens, but I think an efficient market is bringing high turnover and low margins.
Yeah, it also makes room for a lot more artists. You know, there a lot more artists can enter the market and become active and still, you know, make ends meet and proliferate in that kind of environment. So it's not only about the big fish. I mean, that's what everybody's talking about, the big prices, that are being realized. Yeah. But there are a lot more people in there now that make, you know, they don't have those record prices, but there's a market for them now. So, and that's also something that has been achieved.
If you would picture the subject of transparency or efficiency in the primary art market as a road from A to B, where do we stand and what lies ahead of us?
We haven't even reached the half point.
Not the half?
No. We have done a lot with the market transparency, with price transparency and market overview, but we have not achieved everything. Still, dealers do not relinquish their prices to be published before the fact. So that's a big minus, because I think the market would improve enormously and dealers would profit enormously if that was the case. So we're working on that. And then also we have still not achieved to bring more artists into the market. We must not forget that among all the talk about very successful artists and very high prices, there's a very large number of artists who have no access to the market. And the galleries, or many galleries, cannot afford to bring them access to the market because their rents are too high, their costs are too high. So they have to have a minimal level of price in order to even start. And all that stops the market. I think that's where online can help a lot, because it doesn't cost us very much to publish these artists, which is why we are now publishing artists' works catalogs. So we are publishing monographs also on artists who are not very famous.
I understand. So Eller, what do you think? How many artists are there? All
Oh, well, worldwide.
in total?
I have no
Do you
idea.
have an idea?
No, but I know that in the United States alone, over 40,000 artists come from the art schools every year.
Every year, 40,000.
Yes. So I think there's hundreds of thousands of artists. In any case, a much larger number than there are galleries.
I'm always joking and saying there are probably many more artists alive right now than ever existed before in history.
Yeah.
But
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible.
To come to the online business, Artnet.com announced its second attempt in conducting online auctions. Besides the huge problems with fraud, online sales seem to be tempting. With its eBay live auctions, eBay tries since several years to get a foot into the market. Artprice.com rocked last year with the launch of its classified ad system. In July, Christie launched Christie's Live, making online bidding possible. Artnet.com is a gallery network and now wants to run auctions. That seems as a contradiction. Can you explain us how you want to enhance gallery business on the one hand and being an auctioneer on the other hand?
Well, I can easily explain that.
Yeah.
The auction business failed several times with several people. eBay failed in 1999. Artnet failed because we ran out of money. Sotheby's failed and certainly sunk the most amount of money into this business. But I think we all made mistakes, and in particularly Sotheby's made one mistake by charging the same amount as commission as they do in the regular auctions. And that is the big problem. I think online auctions can be helpful because we do not have to charge as high a commission as regular auction houses. I mean, some auction houses charge up to 50%. So if you have an artwork that's worth, say, 5,000 euros, if you want to sell it in an auction, you 2,500 go to the auction house, and that's all cost. They're not even very profitable doing that. So I think if we are charging 10%, and we can do that comfortably when we do online auctions, it's a huge improvement of liquidity in the market. And the main culprit of a non-functioning art market is liquidity.
Yeah,
so we are creating liquidity. And that is the advantage for the galleries.
And also
the galleries are sitting on large inventories, and they want
faster.
to...
And it's faster too. The turnaround time is faster.
Yeah, much faster.